Hey everybody. Um, it's like the end of November now. We're having a pretty crappy day out. Been raining all day, mixed with snow, and they're telling us we're going to get about 6 inches tonight. 6 inches of snow, but that's no big deal. Um, Guys, I'm making this video because I want you guys to think about something. If these guys, the government, the WHO, the CDC, um, I don't know what happened over here. Somebody's car alarm's going off. But these guys are all trying to convince you that they care about the people, the population of the earth, the government. They always trying to convince you that they care about we the people. You know. Well, let's just go back to the beginning of this country. When supposedly a man, Christopher Columbus, who never even stepped foot on North America, who was actually sent out to find India and never found India. He found South America. Somehow this man, Christopher Columbus, gets credited for the United States of America, I guess, that he supposedly discovered America. He did South America. He never did discover North America. But and he wasn't even looking for it. But people, there's another lie they tell us that, because it's something they wanted us to believe. They even named Washington, D.C., which stands for District of Columbia, which the Columbia name comes from Columbus. So they named the capital of this country after a man they claimed to have discovered America and didn't. But after this clown that supposedly came here and found it, he found it with, I think they said 100 million Indians were living in North America at the time that the pilgrims and that started coming here from Europe. Well, these guys decided that for the most part, these Indians were savages. So they could kill them off and there wouldn't be no problem between them and God if they killed off all these savage Indians, There wouldn't be a problem. And people, they used all kinds of methods to wipe these Indians out. 100 million Indians were here, and I think they said they're down to like 6 million today. 6 million out of 100 million a couple hundred years ago. And these people were told, these Indians were told, these tribes were told, these chiefs were told that they would be treated respectfully if they didn't fight the government and everything. They'd be treated respectfully, would be given land and everything. And they screwed them every chance they got. Every chance they got, they're still screwing them today. Screwing them hard. Well, they cared about them Indians back then about as much as they care about you today. You can guarantee that. You can guarantee that, people. These people that claim to care about you are the same people who have suppressed technology for over 100 years. Tesla, they say he had his Tesla coils. If these people would have went along with what Tesla was doing, and today they're trying to go that way, but they're trying to figure out how they can make a gazillion dollars off of it first. They can't stand to give humankind any kind of a technology that doesn't cost them extreme amounts of money. They can't do that. They're not here to better mankind. They're here to make a buck off of them. And that's what they do. It's what they've always done, folks. If these people cared about us, they claim that, 1 minute, if you're talking about chemtrails being sprayed in the sky and what that's doing to us, they call us a liar and call it a contrail. Call us a liar and say there ain't no chemtrails, those are contrails. It's just water. Well, their lies don't hold water, people. There's so many holes in it, they won't hold water, literally. But if they wanted to, if they was really looking out, they tell us like I was saying, that out of one side of their mouth, when somebody points out the chemtrails, they say, no, it's contrails. And then out of the other side of their mouth, or out of their other side of their face, we can find these patents. We can find the actual, all the, all the paperwork, the trail of paperwork on this patented equipment, where they've used it and proved that it actually works, and they have all these tests that have been done. They admit they can make it rain, they can control the weather and stuff. They admit all this stuff. So, and the reason that they're spraying stuff in the sky is to stop global warming. The earth is heating up and it's melting the ice caps, and it's going to kill us all. So out of one side of their face, they're telling us they're not spraying nothing. Out of the other side of their face, they're telling us they're spraying in order to protect the earth and protect the population, the citizenry. So which is it, folks? They can't be doing both. Come on. People, if they cared about you, they most certainly would not tell you to wear a mask all the time, people. This is unhealthy. They're saying it can cause blood clots all the way down into your legs and stuff, in your organs, where you're not breathing fresh air every time you breathe in. You're breathing your own exhausted air. People, they wouldn't tell you to do this to yourself if they cared about you. They wouldn't tell you to shut down your businesses, even if it makes you go broke, while the government, the hospitals, the doctors, the news people, all them people are still getting their paychecks every week. Their house note ain't going to fall behind. Their car payments ain't going to fall behind. But you little middle-class people and poor people, tough titty. Tough titty, you got to just deal with it. But they're not going to deal with it. If they cared about you, people, they would tell you the truth. And they don't have the truth in them, people. They don't have the truth in them, let alone tell the truth. You know, they've lied. They've lied. I mean, they convinced the people John F. Kennedy was killed by one man and that they had nothing to do with it. Even though John F. Kennedy and the whole Kennedy clan and all their money was ill-gotten booty during the Great Depression, they were one of the families that survived it and come out millionaires, multi-millionaires through the Great Depression, you know, along with Al Capone, and there was other people that came out millionaires during that time too, multi-millionaires. But it was only the elitist competition that went to prison for it. The Kennedy's competition went to Alcatraz and shit. Kennedy's didn't go. Them clowns are still sitting in power today. People, these guys want to convince you that they're doing everything in their power. They put it on warp speed to get this vaccine out to you. Excuse me, guys. They put it on warp speed. That's old Trump's big word. We got this at warp speed. We're going to get this done. Who's willing to take that shot first? Hopefully all you Trump baggers. You guys ought to jump right in there, both feet, and have both sleeves up, saying, jab me in both arms. Because that was your buddy that put it in warp speed. Your leader. Your master that did that. Now you got this other clown that they're going to let sit in the White House. This will be the biggest joke clown president we've ever had in history. And that's even including Bush Jr. That's including Bush Jr. But you can rest assured, Biden is Obama's third term. If you don't think it is, you guys are crazy. And yes, Trump has a good point. You know, Trump could go out here and fill a football stadium when he's running, doing his campaign and everything. Biden nor Clinton, neither one could fill a 200-seat high school auditorium while they're out here campaigning. And Joe Biden supposedly got 80 million votes, people. 80 million. He couldn't fill a 200-seat damn high school auditorium, but he got 80 million votes. That's funny. That is funny. And I can understand why Trump's bitching. But he knows as damn well as I do, and he knew it 20 years ago as well as I knew it 20 years ago, that these elections are rigged. And possibly the rigged elections what gave him his 4-year presidential term. If it wasn't for that, he might not have won. But see, when people know it's a rigged election, and then they get in the middle of it and win that power and win that prestige and that ego boosting position, you know. When that happens and then they come up for that second term and they don't win that second term, by God, now that person's going to cry, whine, bitch, and moan about it being a rigged election. But it's always been a rigged election, folks, ever since the Civil War was fought and ended. It's been a rigged election ever since. Electoral college is the best voting system money can buy. Guarantee it. You don't think it can be bought just like any other election process? Just like the machines they're claiming that are corrupted machines, which I'm sure they are. If there's money to be made, folks, if there's control and power to be involved, you can bet your ass there's going to be cheating coming from both sides. And just like I said before, I know for a fact that one person died right before this election. And it was an elderly person that had a ballot sent to her because she wouldn't be allowed. She couldn't leave the house to go vote. They sent the ballot to her house. She died, and that ballot was put through in her name by a family member. And that was a Trump backing person who did that. So that's what I mean. I know the Democrats cheated, guaranteed, and I damn well know the Republicans did. So what do you do, folks? What do you do? Keep doing the same old thing and expecting a different outcome. That's what you guys do. You lined right up. If we go by their count, 80 million for votes for Biden and 73 million for Trump, then you're looking at 15,300,000 people, or 150 million. Let me see, is that right? Yeah, around 152 million people voted in this election. I doubt that very much, folks. I doubt that very much. But when you guys keep giving evil consent, you're going to keep getting evil as a master, and you're going to keep getting handed the shit end of the stick. So, you people need to think about all this stuff. Because if they cared about you, they would have allowed the cars, the technology like for cars. They had cars that would, back in the 70s, and that would do, you could get carburetors for them that you could get 50 miles to a gallon. They bought that shit up, the patents on it and everything, put it on a shelf. They didn't want cars getting 50 miles to a gallon back then because they were trying to make their first billions off of oil. They wanted you to be getting the worst gas mileage you can get. Why do you think the 60s and 70s had such muscle cars out, people? Gas was cheap. Well, there was also with Tesla's coil, everybody would have had free energy, folks. Your cars, trains, airplanes, everything, your homes, your businesses, everything would have been free energy. But they couldn't have that because they needed to make trillions of dollars off of the electric companies, the water companies, the fucking everybody they can make a bunch of money off of. So they stole that. What I believe they killed Tesla and stole all of his inventions. And now they bring them out from time to time and give credit to somebody else for them. This is the kind of stuff they do, people. They fucked with our food. Why? They told us back when I was in school, oh, we're going to learn to make vegetables and all this stuff to where it'll grow bigger, be able to feed more people with an ear of corn, because they'll be bigger and all that. They modified this shit. It ain't even food anymore, people. They've destroyed it. You think if they cared about you, they would pump oil byproduct that they come up with that they needed to get rid of? What is it? fluoride in the water. Fluoride is a byproduct of them getting oil out of the ground, petroleum shit out of the ground. Fluoride's a byproduct of that. They needed to be able to get rid of that crap, so they started pumping it in the water, folks. Told you it was a good thing. It was going to save your teeth. Didn't tell you it was going to burn your brains and make you good little sheeple. They didn't tell you none of that, but they did it anyway, and they're still doing it today. You know, they pushed all this technology. One guy, man, drove a car he built from California to New York on nothing but water. Another guy did it. He run his car on nothing but used oil out of deep fryers. He went from one fast food restaurant to another till he got enough to fill up his tank, and then he kept on running until he got all the way across the country. The people, there has been so many inventions made that would help humanity, but the people with the money buy it up and put it on the shelf because they don't want to help humanity. They want to rule it. They want to control it. They want to have it as slaves. That's what they want. Now, all these cops, all you people that work for the government, you better think long and hard about this, what I've been telling you, and how they don't care about us. Because you people are the ones making the good money right now. Everybody else is making peanuts compared to what we made 5 years ago. But you people's money's still there. So you better just listen real good. They're making all these billions of vaccines for people to take. They're going to make the money off of it, folks. And if they can't get enough volunteers off the streets to take it, guess who's going to take it? It's going to become a policy of your government office to be vaccinated on every 2 to 3 months, just like the vaccine calls for. And I tell you what, I asked a cop today, if that happens, are you going to take the shot? And this cop looked at me and said, well, we are a paramilitary operation, so we have to follow orders. That's our job. So yes, I will be taking that vaccine if they tell me to. Now, I know other cops have told me, hell no, they can have my job, I'll walk away. But some of these clowns are order followers, just like they was when they were probably in the military. That's where they were broken and brainwashed and built into an order follower. And now they're running. That's what's wrong with the damn police departments, people. These damn order followers will do anything that somebody above them tells them to do, legal or not legal. They do not care. And they do not care for us. They already truly believe it's us against them in the first place. For the most part. Not all of them, but for the most part, that's what they believe. It's us against them. So, I've went on long enough, people. You need to think about this stuff because I don't know what you're going to do. They're going to start pumping these damn vaccines out here, and then your jobs are going to see to it that you have to take these things, just like your jobs have seen to it that you have to wear them masks. Your jobs are going to be forced to make you get that vaccine too. Watch and see. Prove me wrong. Please. Well, that's my rant for this old nasty day out here today. May God bless us all, folks. That's the only way we're getting out of this. And make no mistake, guys. God loves you and so do I. Good day.